Welcome everyone for some hot top 8 main tournament linked to the past randomizer action. On the left we have GFE. On the right we've got zelgadissan playing for top 4. This is game number 2. I'm Fear Agent. Joining me in the booth today we've got Sabo Tender. Sabo, how you doing, bud?
Yo, Fear, I am doing great. Really excited to be calling this one with you. GFE's got the 1-0 lead, although it isn't up on our screen yet there. 1-0 lead in the series, took game 1 yesterday. Tournament hard open were the settings there. Yeah, 2 great runners here. Zelga hanging on for dear life to stay into the tournament.
Yeah, and we're going to be playing some Ambrosia. So I have a question for you. You are an admin for this tournament.
Yes, this is correct.
So let me ask you, was there any thought to having Kaz boots instead of Ambrosia?
I think it was floated. I think there was definitely a possibility for just straight up, boots start. Yeah. We ran through a bunch of different modes that we wanted to maybe put up for this tournament. And so, I mean, maybe in a future tournament we can do that.
Wasn't last year all Kaz boots, right?
I don't know if we've ever done Kaz boots. I think generally we've been doing a lot of just kind of straightforward stuff, but hey, right. We're underway.
Okay, so we're playing Ambrosia, so we get a boots hint. The boots are in Turtle Rock. So GG's. Reroll? Did we get a reroll for that one?
I know, right? Can we? Yeah. Just stop this right now.
All right, so it's a Assured Sword. You're going to start with a sword. You'll get it once you talk to the uncle. You saw the boots hints. We're doing standard. So you're going to see the escape sequence, and then the only other quirk to Ambrosia is that all the bosses have a non-dungeon item. So something you got to keep track of when you're going through these races.
Yeah, it definitely helps you when you are piece of heart. Awesome. When you are going through a dungeon, just keeping that kind of tally in your mind as to how many items you might have pulled already, and with the one stuck on the boss for sure, you know of.
Right. So like if you go to Skull Woods and you open the first item and it's a non-dungeon item, you know immediately that the second item is going to be on Mothula. So stuff to just keep track of can be helpful in some of those dungeons. Some dungeons you're just going to open everything anyway. So
yeah, exactly.
So GFE is up a game. I don't think we're going to see the standards escape. So it's going to be like 6 minutes of us kind of just watching them rescue Zelda, which isn't the most exciting. It is, there's a lot of a technique and execution, but we're in the top 8. So these guys know what they're doing, right?
Oh, for sure.
But it's fair to say that Zelga would be the favorite in this race. I'm not taking anything away from GFE, but I think, if you put Zelga against anyone, I think Zelga's going to be the favorite just because of how good he is. Not to take anything away from GFE. He's up a game on Zelga. And let me ask you this: as a partner with GFE in the league on the famed Sphere Affinity, do you have any insight on how GFE might want to route this when playing someone like Zelga?
Well, I mean, one of the things that Zelga mentioned going into this series was that he was worried about the way that GFE plays aggressively. You know, he'll make some gambles, and last night's race was a prime example of that. Found hookshot in Swamp Palace, bailed on it, and that gave him the edge there. So it's little things like that GFE does. He's willing to take a risk that goes against kind of the grain a little bit, and that makes him a tough opponent. Yeah,
for sure. And it makes you wonder if Zelga is going to take some of those other risks as well, like knowing that GFE is kind of a risk taker.
Yeah, if Zelga might metagame it and kind of change plans, or if GFE will go even kind of loopier,
right.
Given that he's got the 1-0 lead.
Yeah, that's true. So we don't know what our pendants or crystals yet. We still need 7 crystals to get the GT and kill Ganon. Nothing really exciting in Escape so far. We saw the map there. They do have bombs, so that's important.
Yeah, always nice to see those drop. I guess it was probably one of the chests that we weren't paying attention to.
Yeah. Oh, I was fully paying attention to that.
Oh, good.
But in case I wasn't, we do have one of the best tracking for us today. Clear Mouse doing tracking. So make sure you show your love for her doing all the tracking, clicking all those buttons for us. Because I'm going to miss something, I guarantee it, and she's going to be there to. She's going to be there to clean it up. So big shout outs to her. All right, so we know that boots are in Turtle Rock, so it's going to be a minute until we get those boots. Are you, when you see the boots hint and it's a place like Turtle Rock, are you less worried, or how do you feel? How are you feeling when you see that?
You know, I mean, that's a specific enough hint that you know that it's going to be relatively late game unless all the pieces come together. So you can start to kind of route knowing that you're going to be going a little bit slower than usual, picking at your spots a little more carefully when you're doing checks and stuff. Yeah,
for sure. It's definitely nice knowing where they are specifically, because like you get a hint like the Dark World, and then you end up prioritizing the Dark World over maybe Crystal Dungeons or something. You know what I mean? Like, we do see a bottle there with the fairy.
That's nice.
Help as we get into Kakariko and do the sick kid check. So we've got 4 more items here. We've already seen the map. Obviously, we've already seen the key. So hopefully we have something nice here in the back.
Yeah, just a little something to kind of give our runners some indication as to where they might want to go next.
All right, what do we got here? There's a heart piece, $20 and $20. Not exciting.
No, not at all.
So we got 2 bombs, you've got money, you've got a bottle. The route is pretty straightforward, right? Lost Woods to Keck.
I think so. I mean, you could try and shake it up and maybe just go right for South Shore, but yeah, I don't know.
So Zelga first out, 540, like 6, very impressive. GFE not too far behind.
Kind of digging this MSU pack.
Yeah.
We're listening to GFEs right now. That's not bad. I like it.
I think it's, what is it, Mega Man? Mega Man? Or it's just 2 pendants in the light world, both at Hera and Eastern. I'm not sure if one of them was green or not.
I couldn't quite catch it. Looks like green pendant desert, according to our tracker.
Oh, desert. Nope.
Nope.
No, one of them was a crystal, and I think it was desert.
Oh, okay. All wrong then. I'm bad.
So it looks like maybe Eastern was green.
Yeah, there we go.
So we see a tree pool, just heart pieces. I think that might be the tier 2 pull or tier 3. I'm not sure which one. GFE gonna see what the bush crab has. Full magic, not the worst.
Yeah, we don't have any magic items to use right now, but, full magic is full magic.
Yeah, it's nice just to have in your back pocket there. Plenty of money. I know in the chat that Ambrosia was the mode that GFE was hoping not to roll against Zelga, so...
Yeah, I was thinking he's looking for something with a little bit more variability to it. He's looking for keys, yeah.
All right, so we're going to take a look at lines up. We've got the book, which is always interesting early. Heart piece, 20 rupees, and Fire Rod, our first nice piece of the puzzle there. Followed up with some more bombs, which is not a bad thing, since you are going to need those.
Yeah, most definitely.
Still looking for Dark World pieces. We don't have any of our Dark World items yet.
Yeah, nothing at all.
But we've got 5 more checks here in the well. Maybe we can get one here. The net. I know there's people that enjoy having the net. Gosh, this track is so good.
Yeah, it's a banger.
It's just ether coming out of the well, really.
Yeah. Nothing that really makes sense yet.
Yeah.
That's okay. We are only 8 minutes in.
That is true. All right, heart container from the bottle vendor. Let's see if we get anything from the chicken hut here. Just 5 rupees. So again, we're on a pretty linear path at this point.
Yeah.
I wonder if with Eastern be a pendant, if GFE wants to, I don't know, take a gamble and go check Saha and Eastern.
Like right off the bat after this here? Like
yeah.
I can see it.
So Sick Kid giving us his life savings. We've got Blue Mail in the tavern.
Yeah, I feel like Zelga probably just going to do this straightforward South Shore after this.
Yeah. What is your thoughts on checking Agina?
Ooh. You know, I really don't like Ice Rod Cave for some reason, so I like to go Moldorm, Dam, and then Agina sometimes, especially with the book, like out in some desert, you know? Like, that's fun.
Yeah, but you don't have a glove, so it's not completable, and it might be boots locked. I don't know. It's a tough call. I honestly hate seeing the book really early because of that decision you kind of have to make. Like, do you go into desert?
Yeah, I mean, because like later on in a siege, you know, if you've got like the mirror access into desert is so much quicker, so much better. That hike out to desert is kind of a pain.
Mm-hmm. And so I wondered if GFE was going to go to Saha and Eastern. Instead, we've got Zelga making the play and GFE right behind him. Wow.
Interesting. This feels like metagame. Yeah. It could for Zelga. It could. He might not go to EP.
This is interesting. I like it. All right, we got a red meringue. We got 10 arrows, and we've got $50. Do we see a save and quit? We do. All right, so Zelga just making the trip over to Saha here, checking out his closet. See if GFE follows suit and saves and quits. All right, so we've got the 3 items, and he's continuing. Sebo, did I call it or what?
You sure did. This does feel like a GFE kind of play.
Yeah, totally. All right, so Zelga can give us a first look at the dam. We've got a shovel, which is an interesting spot there. And GFE making the dip into Eastern. It is a green pendant, so we may not have to come back. We know that at least one item is on Armos Knights.
Right.
So at most, you'll get 2 heart piece there under the water.
That does kind of make the dungeon even less appealing.
I know,
right?
Totally. Yeah. Like in a regular mode, you can, sometimes luck out and get all 3 items before you get to the boss, but a little different when one of the items is on the boss. These are those plays that GFE is going to make, though, because talking with GFE, there's our Moon Pearl. Talking with GFE, he knows that here's the thing: is I think, oh my gosh, there's the bow.
Ugh.
All right, first item in Eastern is 20 rupees. I think GFE underestimates how good he actually is.
True. Yeah, absolutely.
Just knowing that, he is in the top 8. You don't get here through only luck, right? Luck definitely plays a part of it, but you got to be good. And GFE sometimes underestimates himself, so
I would say so. Yeah.
Hopefully, he doesn't play himself out.
True.
So with that bow, doesn't necessarily mean Zelga's going to head right to Eastern. And if you're GFE, you want to see the next item here in the big chest. That way you don't have to do the vanilla big key chest.
Yeah, exactly.
Nope. We're going to see vanilla big key chest. Not in logic. That's okay. But you know what is in logic? Is Armos Knights. With that green pendant.
Oh, yeah, right. Unfortunately, not for GFE right now. He is still bowless, but yeah, that is in logic.
Well, see, what's interesting is Zelga's actually going to do a fake flipper here. Does have Zora money. Does have the pearl, so he can get the items out of the waterfall. This is going to be really bad for GFE if progression is on Armos Knights.
Yeah, it's going to take him a while to get back to this spot.
Just 10 arrows. We still need stuff for Darkwood. We only have the Moon Pearl at this point.
Yeah. It's not
what do we have left?
So
we have Shovel, Agina, and Armos Knights and Green Pendant, I think, right? Am I missing some?
Yeah, I feel like that's it. If there's stuff in desert.
Desert, right. Yeah, there still might be access to items in desert. All right, so it looks like GFE is going to go with your play and start out with the mini Moldworm Cave. We see a sword on the island there. Okay. So GFE going to pick up his bow. Not going to be happy to see that bow this early. Nice chest turn. See if this sequence break for Zelga is going to net him anything. There's 20 bucks and 20 more bucks.
Ooh, unfortunate.
Yeah. Okay, so GFE actually going to go do Ice Rod Cave now. And then I guess he's going to do DM into desert.
Yeah, is he thinking to also fake flipper and do the water checks as well? Like,
yeah, maybe. I don't know. I didn't see what was on the ledge there. Did you?
A bottle with a fairy in it.
Oh, okay. So not needed. Zora, 3 bombs. So nothing in the water checks. Zelga does pick those up though. Very expensive bombs.
Yeah.
And GFE is walking out, so he is going to do some fake flipper in here. You know, Zelga has a choice of Eastern or Desert, and he's going to go Eastern.
He might be a little bit wary because he's been putting off Eastern Palace a lot recently, and so maybe just like, okay, I'll do that one first this time and hope for a better result, maybe.
Yeah. You always kind of feel a little bad though when you walk over here to do Saha and then walk back to do Eastern again, you know. Yeah. But it seems like the play to make.
Yeah, I think so. I do. I was still thinking Desert might be the right one, but I don't know. It's all up in the air right now.
Yeah. The big question is: does the Armos Knights have any sort of progression, or is it on the green pendant, or is it just all fluff? We'll find out here soon. GFE just going to retrace some of the steps we've seen Zelga take. Zelga going to retrace the steps that we've seen GFE take.
It's the one downside to Divergence is that eventually the runners tend to cross paths again. Yeah, exactly.
So, how have you been enjoying this tournament so far?
I mean, it's been a blast. Yeah, I know. I can't believe it's almost. Yeah, we're almost into the semifinals. This is quarterfinals. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah. I think you guys done an excellent job running this tournament this year.
Thanks, man. I
know there was a lot of questions about the different modes and if people were really going to like them, but all I've heard is real positive feedback from.
It's always a gamble when you're throwing a bunch of modes out there. Some people are going to like them, and some people are not going to like some of the modes. Sure. But I mean, I think in the grand scheme of things, it's worked out. So we're happy with how it has.
Yeah, the runners have had fun with it, which is really, really important, the most important. And I know the viewers have had fun with it as well.
For sure, yeah.
And last year with the one mode, the entire season, it was like it became a bit monotonous towards the end there. But
I feel that fatigue from runners who make a deep run in a tournament like that where it's just one mode. I mean, I feel I feel like an old school kind of guy where I'm like, I just want to do open mode. Like, I think that's great, but I totally get it when people are like, come on, can we spice this up a little bit?
yeah, for sure. It helps having Synac be able to work his magic too, with the way the whole cards thing worked out.
Yeah, absolutely.
And people aren't aware, you get basically a deck of cards with the modes, and it randomly gets drawn 5 minutes before you do the race. It's pretty neat.
Yeah, the way we've got all these bots working for us here to make everything run smoothly is really cool. It's great to see what people can do with all this stuff.
Mm-hmm. All right, so Zelga through all of Eastern. Gonna make his way to the back using that fire rod and his bow with his big key. GFE looks like he's gonna go to Desert, which makes the most sense since he's already been to Eastern. We'll check out Agina's cave probably first.
We're on the verge of getting some new info, so it's exciting stuff here.
Yeah, for sure. We still have the shovel that hasn't been checked.
Interesting.
But we still need at least 2 pieces to get to the Dark World. Either, a glove and a hammer, a glove and another glove, or a sword and a lamp. Oh, there's Samaria. Okay. We'll need that if we want to get those boots out of Turtle Rock.
Yep.
All right. So Zelga's setting up for the quick kill here. We'll be able to collect his green pendant and then turn it in. And there is our glove.
Yowza. Okay.
We see a flute over on Desert Ledge. Okay.
Hey.
So GFE is going to have to make his way back to back to Eastern sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
Still have the green pendant turn in, which could be important here. See if Desert its boots locked. Saha gives us just a piece of heart, so that glove's going to have to do for now. We are not immediately boots locked out of Desert. What's unfortunate for GFE's routing, though, is if the big key is on the right side here, Zelga will clear Desert with the glove that he has on hand. And there it is. There is the big key.
So that'll be 2 double dips for GFE, and Zelga's been able to one-shot both of these.
Yeah, that's just a little bit unfortunate for GFE here.
Although this did happen in game 1 as well. GFE's routing was a little bit suspect in the beginning of first seed, and then he pulled it together in the back half to make a big comeback. So we'll see.
So the one item that we get in Desert Front is that heart container, which is on the torch. So Zelga actually going to do Agina's Cave after Desert. We'll pick up his Samaria after he finishes up Desert here. So GFE going to get his flute. I imagine he'll go south so he can check the shovel and activate his flute.
That's smart, yeah.
And then we'll probably make his way to Eastern.
Yeah, I guess he does go Eastern rather than the mountain.
Yeah, I mean, the mountain gives you one logical check. You can rescue the old man. But you're right. The mountain seems probably more likely.
That's because it's new territory for him. He might be thinking about it. Whoa! Okay. That changes things. Yeah.
That definitely changes things. So he'll definitely head to the mountain here.
That's interesting.
So is there a glove on the mountain?
I was just thinking that. Yeah.
Glove hammer on the mountain would be really, really unfortunate for GFE.
Yeah, especially if there's a glove up there. Oh my goodness, he'd never get back to Eastern in time.
Yeah. So we want a good race here. Not rooting for either of the runners. We just want to see a good one. And at this point, GFE, if he gets Dark World access up on the mountain, it's gonna be a long time until he gets mitts out of Eastern.
As chat is kind of pointing out, it is one of those items that does block you out of a lot of stuff, so he might get funneled back there eventually, but
yeah,
it could be a pretty bad last location.
It could be, yeah.
For a while.
Hopefully it's just like the hammer up there, and then he realizes he has to go back to Eastern.
Yeah. I feel like that's more likely. So Zelga's heading towards Lammolis here. We're going to get our second item out of this dungeon and our first crystal dungeon completed pretty soon.
Has the fire rod, so she'll be able to take it out no problem. Unless you waste some magic there, firing it into the wall. All right, GFE rescuing the old man. What's the old man going to give us? Our third bottle, our second bottle, our third viewed bottle. Nice, really quick kill from Zelga there on Landmo, and is rewarded with a heart container and a crystal.
All right.
So I imagine we'll see Zelga do the same thing, start from Link's house, head south to activate his flute, and, turn in that shovel, dig up that spot. Just a heart piece and speck rock there. What are we going to find over here, Sabo?
I mean, probably the hammer. And then I don't know if we'll find too much else, really. We could get lucky and find one more piece of progression, mirror or something if we need the mirror.
Yeah.
Another medallion. I don't know. I don't think it's going to be huge, but it's going to be something.
We've got a lot of checks here in Paradox Cave. And Zelga is going to get his hook shot here. We see 10 arrows from GFE and 20 bucks. Yeah, ag is still a possibility. We could just get a cape and if we, a lamp, a cape or a sword would put Aga into logic. Yeah, there's the cape. Okay. Hook shot for Zelga. There's the ice rod, so no search. And there's the glove.
Ooh!
Oh, alrighty.
I mean, we still don't have hammer, so I mean that's actually not so bad.
It's fine. That works out for GFE as long as the hammer is not in Spiral Cave. Because he's gonna tunneled into going to Eastern. There's the lamp. Interesting. So it's no, we're not doing Aga.
And again, just another little bit of routing here that is going to benefit Zelga. Just he's going to be able to dark. Well, maybe we won't find the mirror. I was going to say we saw a lamp there on the floating island. But if we don't have the mirror, then we got nothing. But he's going to be able to do at least some of the Dark Death Mountain checks while he's up there. Yeah,
he'll be able to check out Hookshot Cave and Super Bunny, which is, a pretty big time save not having to climb the mountain again. So GFE is gonna last locate his mitts here. Where's he going? Oh, he's going to get his crystal first. Okay.
Okay.
I mean, this makes sense. It, GFE really doesn't want something there to be on Armos Knights just because he's already been there. And it's a pendant, and not wanting to do a pendant dungeon makes a lot of sense when we know that there's an item on Landbow and it's a crystal. So
yeah.
So we are going to retrace some steps again.
Yeah, this keeps happening.
Yeah. Once we get to the Dark World, things should liven up a little bit. Zelga's got a decent lead going into the Dark World, though, with just the way the routing's turned out.
Yeah, we'll get a kind of a good indication of kind of at least this first stage of the race and how it's gone by determining when Zelga enters Dark World, when GFE finally gets that access. Then we'll have a sense of kind of like how much time Zelga might have to work with.
Yeah. Here's a question for you. We know the boots are in Turtle Rock. We have the Fire Rod and the Ice Rod and Samaria. And we're about to get mitts. Is Turtle Rock a pendant?
Yikes. It could be. I feel like if you're already up on the mountain and you know that's where your boots are, I think you try and go for it. We gotta get the hammer, right? We gotta get the hammer in either Super Bunny or Hookshot.
Yeah, you can get in it. You can't get it currently, but we're not too far off from getting into Turtle Rock.
Nice quick kill as well from GFE.
Yeah, nicely done. Mitts for Zelga. GFE getting his heart container, knowing I got to go all the way back to Eastern now. How are you feeling 30 minutes in a pretty linear seed?
If I'm Zelga, I'm feeling pretty okay. If I'm GFE, I am not feeling okay about this.
Yeah. He's not too far behind.
No, not really. I mean, this is still early days, but yeah, I mean, you got to be feeling it. Both of the dives you made into dungeons, nothing. You should have done them in the opposite order or whatever, and it just didn't work out. So yeah. You start thinking about like how you can make up some of this time. So
cut corners.
Do you gamble more or what?
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see what GFE decides to do. Last locating anything 30 minutes in never feels good. Not sure where he's going. Okay.
Momentarily forgot that he'd already done most of this.
You've been here, dude. You've been here. All right, Zelga can give us our first look at Super Bunny Cave. 2 items here. We've got 4 more checks in Hookshot Cave. Can even do... No, I take that back. Can't do Spike Cave. Need a hammer. All right, what do we got? Mirror would be nice. Heart Piece. 10 bombs.
It would be kind of disappointing for there to be nothing up here.
Yeah, that's best case scenario for GFE.
Yeah.
Take a look to see what we need to get into Turtle Rock. Still haven't seen a map check. It is Quake.
Okay.
And there it is, our last pendant over at Pod. I think our 5-6 were Turtle Rock and Skull Woods.
Yes, I would say that's correct.
All right, so we are going to get those boots at some point. 2 more checks here in Hookshot Cave. Powder, TBD.
Yeah, not anything immediately distressing for GFE there.
Mm-hmm.
Nice quick kill, and he's got his Titans mitts.
Yeah. Let's see where he wants to head. Zelga flutes away to... What's he doing? He's getting a potion. Is this the ice play?
Ooh.
Is he maybe doing Mire? He's got our thinking Mire. He's thinking Mire.
Okay.
All right. Let's see where GFE heads to. He might be thinking the same thing. Looking for that hammer. Ice doesn't make sense because, again, we don't have the hammer. I got to remember that. Was that Bombos? What was that?
That was quick.
Yeah.
I think Quake as well.
Oh, it was Quake? Okay. Shout outs again to our tracker, Clearmouse. Make sure we get that right. Nothing in the shed.
So while Zelga does have those couple of checks up on Dark Death Mountain covered, GFE really not too far behind. He's in the Dark World with him right now, you know?
Yeah.
So.
And, you know, we know that there's nothing up there. As long as GFE doesn't beeline it up the mountain, you know, he could probably combo that in when he does Turtle Rock. So we've got ourselves a race. Let's see where he goes. Zelga, I imagine, does Skull Woods first, and it looks like So here's what I'm thinking with GFE is he knows he last location those gloves, right?
Mm-hmm.
He knows that Eastern play didn't work out. He wants to make sure that he didn't leave anything up here with it being very likely that Zelga's mitts were up here.
Yeah. So covering his bases here, this is kind of like a safety play almost.
Yeah. Which goes against everything that GFE is about.
True.
All right, so big key and small key, first 2 checks in Skull Woods. Surprised Zelga didn't just keep going.
Mm-hmm.
This is a 5/6 crystal, and they've got a sword and a fire rod, so we'll be able to clear this out. You see a map there in the vanilla big key chest. All right, GFE gonna get the Quake information.
Well, Zelga heads right for the back of Skull Woods here.
Yeah, taking a lot of damage. I wonder if he's thinking about death warping, but he's got a fairy, so that can't be on his mind.
Yeah, because it did seem like a couple of uncharacteristic hits he was taking there.
Yeah. All right, so you just see a small key under the bridge. And not death warping, so just going to walk back. So the other item is in the front. We know that there is an item on Mothula. GFE finished with his Death Mountain tour. Going to follow suit and imagine heading to Skull Woods as well.
Yeah, most likely. You've got the fire rods, so it's a pretty easy call to finish off this dungeon before heading south into Village of Outcasts.
Nice red boomerang to grab that full magic there.
Yeah.
I didn't think he was going to go back for it, but... Oh, he's on top of it, Zelga is, that's for sure.
Yeah, totally.
Oh man, trying to avoid the spike. Takes one to the face. And here we go with Mothula fight. Does have a fairy in hand if things go awry, but a full magic bar. And nicely done by Zelga. Rewarded with the second crystal and 300 smackers. We see the other check by GFE. It's just $20.
Okay, nothing in Skull Woods then.
All right, so what do we need for go mode? We do need the flippers because we need to get in the swamp. We do need the mirror so that we get in the swamp. We need the hammer, of course, and we need Quake.
Yeah, okay. I feel like something's going to pop up in Thieves Town.
Yeah.
And then from there, it'll kind of start to piece itself together.
Yeah, it's always interesting on how runners want to approach Thieves Town without a hammer. Obviously, you do the Village of Outcasts, get those 3 checks out of the way. Do you do the front of Thieves Town and then leave? Do you skip it entirely and try to come back after doing like Hype Cave? We've got the Smith situation available.
Yeah, there's a lot of different ways to. Well, there's a couple different ways to play the Thieves Town kind of hammer conundrum, for sure.
What do you think? Make a prediction. What's Zelga gonna do?
I don't know if Zelga is like a first 4 kind of guy. I think he might. I think he might just first 4 and then keep moving. There's a lot of other things you can do, so you're not wedded to the idea of having to do thieves.
I think GFE might just clear Thieves Town all at once.
Possibly, yeah. That might be more likely.
Yeah. We see the check from Bumper Ledge from Zelga. Just 10 arrows. Don't need those. The problem is you go in and you got a Death Warp, you've got a Fairy, you got to remember that. If you don't get the mirror, I don't know. It's a tough call. I think I'd probably want to skip Thieves Town and just try to make my way to Hype Cave. Maybe pick up the Smith since you've got the flute.
Oh, yeah.
Since it's so easy to get back here with the flute and the mitts, I think
I think
it's good.
Yeah, flute is kind of the big determining kind of factor there, where you can get back. Because I mean, when your Dark World access is the mitts, like it's a little bit annoying, but flute definitely makes that easier.
Yeah. We see red mail there at the chess game, and a heart piece, bombable hut, and GFE last located those gloves of the Titan's mitts, but again, he's a Village of Outcasts behind Zelga at this point, so not a lot.
And Zelga, going with your strategy, just not even going into Thieves Town, it gives you something to come back to this area for,
Yeah, you're going to bring the Smith over here anyways. All right, how many digs is it going to take to get to the center of this Tootsie Pop?
Quite a few, apparently.
Yeah. Wow, a blue boomerang, and Zelga says, hey, you know what? I would like that.
Yeah, I would too. I like the blue boomerang.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the blue boomerang. He is going to pick up the Smith. We see GFE in the Village of Outcasts. We'll see if he wants to make that Thieves Town dip. There's always the possibility that the small key is just locked in the big chest and you don't have to worry about it. I don't know how Ambrosia changes that at all.
Right, yeah. I wonder how GFE is feeling about after his first 2 kind of like premature dips. Like maybe I don't want to do that again and have to come back for big chest.
Well, we see our second sword. We know there's a third one that's locked by the flippers in the mirror over on the Highly Island there. So we do have a Master Sword. Any thoughts of fake flippering over to the pyramid? Maybe doing a little catfish play?
I mean, I don't hate it. Like, why not? It seems like a reasonable kind of, sequence break to go for.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we're technically not out of the woods for an AGA play. Like, logically, for, west side access.
Right.
If we get a mirror, that puts AGA in logic.
Yo, big find. Hammer hanging out in Thieves Town.
Oh, nice. So there we go. Nice play from GFE. Gonna work out. Meanwhile, Hype Cave has trash. Absolutely nothing.
I feel like we have to rename Hype Cave at this point. It is not delivered in ages, man.
Yeah. Come up with a good name. We need definitely, because it's not a Hype Cave anymore.
No.
It's such a holdover from a previous era. Maybe we find the number for it, similar to K45.
Yeah. We should have like a little contest and have people rename the cave.
Totally. Silver's there on the Smiths. Nice pickup there for Zelga. See, I imagine he's going to probably make his way into Peacetown now. Yeah, kind of like the Houlihan Room, right? Like that was named after a contest winner.
Mm-hmm.
Give some sort of new name for Hype Cave.
Absolutely. That'd be kind of fun.
Malmo telling us it's Cave 73. I like that name. Cave 45, Cave 73, right next to each other. All right, so Zelga going to pick up his hammer here. And with hammer, we unlock lots of different things.
Yeah,
none of them seem appealing. Like pod, does pod seem appealing to you, Sabo?
Like it doesn't really, but based on what we're working with here, it is a dense dungeon could find something.
Yeah, we've already found 3 items in the front. You see GFE skipping the attic there. Note that he doesn't have to open anything else here.
I would consider maybe like a fake flipper into ice. Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe.
Maybe. I mean, you do need flippers.
And then if you find something other piece of progression in ice, then you kind of work backwards and try and figure out where those flippers might be. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think that's the worst play. I mean, you've got Samaria, so it's as fast as it's going to be, really.
Not the worst play, but it's not the best play either. It's coming from my brain here.
I think it's a great play, Sabo. All right, so Zelga getting his way to the back of Thievestown as get a little bit of a paths crossing here.
Yeah, runners in the same dungeon for the first time, I think, all seed. Well, they were maybe a little bit in Skullwood.
Yeah.
Overlap.
But GFE is going to have crystal number 3 before Zelga at this point.
Yeah.
I imagine he'll still pick up the Smiths. I imagine his route is probably pretty similar to Zelga's. Unless he's, feeling bad. Just wants to head to Crystal Dungeons. You never know. I like the hook shot to the chest and remembering, I don't need to open it. All right. Nicely done by Zelga. Saves himself a second there. GFE is playing thoroughly, though, and, skipping out on all this stuff seems a little nuts. Is going to give us our first look at hammer pegs, which Zelga wasn't able to do. So we need Quake for our 2 medallion dungeons, and then we need swamp access. And we've got Pendant Pod just sitting there, fully clearable.
I mean, it's probably holding something. at this point. You just,
Yeah.
I think you're hoping that you can be one item from go mode and then do pod, and then when you find that one item, you can just bail on it. You don't have to complete the whole darn thing.
We do have access to Hera now as well, though that is awful.
And with the second sword, we've got tablet axe. Oh no, only an ether tablet at this point. Still missing that mirror.
Yep. GFE gonna get his blue boomerang here. Zelga on script for blind, nicely done. Picks up his third crystal. So many digs. GFE says no to the blue boomerang.
Put an extra dig for good measure.
And he is going to pick up this miss. Makes a lot of sense. You've got the mirror, or you've got the flute, so getting back over here won't take too long.
Yeah, so our runners are going to be almost neck and neck here after these couple of little checks that they're kind of crossing paths again. It'll be another decision point for both runners.
So, Saba, if you're Zelga, where are you heading?
I mean, I do think I want to do the ice thing. Yeah, I'm sticking to that.
How about purple chest first?
Ooh, yeah.
This is a big one because I don't know if GFE goes back for this. It doesn't seem like he would.
Yeah, his mind will probably go elsewhere after dropping off the smith here. Yeah.
But GFE is going to turn in his magic powder, his magic bat powder, which I don't think Zelga does anytime soon. So, 2 different checks. We get purple chest, heart piece. Big whammy there. Flute out for Zelga. Where is he heading? He's going pod. Pendant pod's too spicy. It's just too spicy, right?
It really is. And I mean, like, the thing is, Zelga's got to be looking at his routing and thinking it's quite clean so far. So, like, I mean, if this is a total dud, like, whatever, everything else has been good so far.
I mean, it's always pendant pod, right? Like,
seems to be.
Yeah. All right, so GFE gonna get his silvers. It'll be nice to have those for the rest of the seed. We'll turn in that powder, see if it's anything interesting. And Zelga gonna make his way into pendant pod. And the question is, how deep do you go? Like, do you kill Helmasaur? Because Helmasaur is guaranteed to have an item, Sabo.
Yeah. Yeah, if you find anything in here that could get you into something else, like, I feel like I would bail if I got, like, Quake Medallion. Get me out of here,
Yep. All right, Magic Bat curses us with a single rupee. Oh, no. All right, Shooter Chest gives us a key. That is going to allow us to continue not immediately having to do the Bowlock side. GFE going to pick up at least one potion here, maybe 2. And that makes me think he's thinking ice.
Right? Yeah.
There's the mirror. Do you leave, Sabo? Do you leave with the mirror?
Oh,
That's
man.
Not enough, right?
It's not great. It's not enough. It's a couple of checks you don't want to have to go do. Like,
it gets you the lamp. It gets you Bombo Stab at K45, Graveyard Ledge, like checks that you don't really want to do anyways.
Yeah. Like, if it was an item getting you into a dungeon, yeah, get out of there. But this, nah.
Right, checkerboard. Yeah, it does open things up, and it might be the only thing in here, but I don't think you can leave after just the mirror. So GFE in ice, gonna full clear this. At least as we'll be able to kill the boss. We don't know if he needs to necessarily get every chest. As we already see one item, so there's only one more item in the dungeon, and then one more on Cold Stare.
That's pretty nice. It should be fairly easy to track down that one item, and then you can just go straight for the boss. So
the weird layout to pod where you have to. There could be a small key here in the vanilla big key chest, or it could be something else. And it's compass. That's unfortunate, just the way the layout is. So now pod fully is in logic because you need the lamp for logically to get through the maze and downstairs. But we know that we know where the lamp is, so it's not a big deal.
And as we saw in game 1, Zelga knows those dark rooms like the back of his hand.
Yeah.
He aced them. He was doing completely dark turtles. That was phenomenal.
There's the big key for Ice Palace for GFE. There is a small key now. You see the big key on Zelga's side. Rupee Basement. Another key. All right. So if mirror is the only thing that we find in the front of pod, you got to kill Helma, right? There's Quake.
Now you're done.
Now you'll leave, right? Oh no, he's still going. He's still going.
You're already back here. Do the maze just on the off chance, I guess.
So flippers for us to be in no mode, which GFE will not find here.
Yeah, makes this ice play, not quite as fruitful, but he's still going to get a crystal out of it.
Yeah, it's a fine. I mean, it's even if you weren't in go mode, you didn't really do anything. I don't think you did iced tea or anything. So
no, the item showed up early enough that it was just no biggie. Yeah.
Oh, there's sword number 3, and Zelga says goodbye. So now you do Mire into Ice into TR. Hopefully you've got flippers by then.
Or do you do TR first and get them booties?
Boots. Yeah, that's what he's thinking. Let's go get those boots. GFE using the hammer there. Nicely done. Is rewarded with a shield. Okay. All right, Sabo. Where are the flippers? Where do you think?
Yikes! I think the linearity is going to continue here. I feel like you're going to be in TR, so you're going to.
I'm thinking too. I think we get both pieces of footwear in Turtle Rock.
Yeah.
All right, so where's GFE heading? Looks like he's gonna do Spike Cape. No, he's gonna go do Hera.
Ooh. Okay, so I mean, like this I don't particularly like.
This is the I gotta make a play, right?
Yeah, I mean, it could still pay out. There could definitely be. I mean, flippers is he's got more pieces to look for, so he's maybe thinking something goofy is happening here. I don't know.
But choosing Hera over Pod is just
yeah.
I mean, it might work out. We'll see.
It could.
The problem is Zelga's got the mirror and the Quake, and he's going to have the boots shortly, and that's hard to catch up to.
Yeah. I mean, because at this point, it's like the flippers can't be like tucked away somewhere really awful. You know, like Zelga's going to find these things. So
yeah, the most awful place would be here, I think, in Hera.
Yeah,
because Zelga's not going to do Hera.
No.
The worst place is Helma. That's the worst place for flippers to be.
I mean, as awful as that is, I mean, that could be a thing, because that will definitely be a last location for Zelga.
Mm-hmm. And you know what this also does? This sets up the bed play for GFE.
Mm.
All right, so we've got Boots on Zelga's side. He's ready to go fast. Less than an hour in. Nice. And GFE got the first item, was in the basement here of Hera, so he knows that he could just rush to Moldorm.
So, I mean, at least Hera here is not taking up too much of his time. Yeah.
All right, Moldorm down.
All right.
I know GFE has got Pet on his mind.
I think he does. Yeah, that'll give him more incentive to go all the way through to Helma.
Yep. All right, so not lava chest. Gonna do Spike Cave though. Makes it through for the flippers. Oh no. Okay.
Ooh.
All right. So. Okay. So GFE could hit go mode with Quake.
This is interesting now.
Now the question is, does Zelga do Spike Cave after Turtle Rock?
I feel like he
right?
might, right? Yeah.
Where is GFE going?
Is he doing purple chest?
I don't know what he's doing.
Or
I think is he trying to figure out if pedestal is in play, like if he has to kill Helma?
Oh yeah, that's what it is. Wow, somehow this tightened up again. I'm excited.
Yeah, the big question is, when does Zelga do Spike Chest? He could do it after Turtle Rock. That's very reasonable. He's got Meyer afterwards, you know, that he's going to want to clear. That's a possibility. He's got the mirror checks. So GFE going to be in go mode in about 4 minutes. Having already finished Ice Palace.
Yeah, he's got that in his pocket as well.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to say, like, how this is going to shake out.
I don't know what's going to happen, man. I don't know. I have no idea what's going to happen. If Zelga goes immediately to Spike Cave, he's got a huge lead. If he doesn't, then we have a race.
I don't know how he doesn't go. I mean, like, it's the one last check on the mountain that you really want to do, I guess.
Because I mean, Spike Cave is kind of a free check. You know, you just save and quit from Old Man, and you head right up there. So there's that thinking. I don't know. So I don't think GFE is going to get the sword here in Pod, but after Swamp, he can pick up the sword off of the island.
Yeah, as long as he remembers that, that'll be nice. Yeah.
All right, try next for Zelga. What an interesting seed.
It really is.
You know what could be bad is for the mirror might make GFE leave.
Ooh, yeah.
because he's just looking for Quake. Okay, he didn't immediately leave. That's good.
Yeah, I think that's a good sign.
Because he now has Swamp completely open to him.
Yeah, I mean, that's quite a pull, you know? So for him to stick to his guns here, like, yeah, all right.
All right, Zelga mirrors.
No.
He mirrors. All right, here we go. He's going to go do Meyer now.
Yeah, he's dungeon diving. He's got stuff he can finish.
Get those crystals. He's going to do Meyer. He's probably going to do Ice 2, knowing that he doesn't have to, you know, get anything out of it.
Yeah, just a straight go mode it. Yeah.
Yeah. And then just hunt for those flippers.
So key layout here in Meyer is going to be important. If it's big key early, like that's a huge plus for GFE.
Yep, for sure. All right, so GFE mirrors.
Oh,
continues on. Okay.
Oh my god, I don't know why I freaked out there. Like,
well, he's making the same play. Yeah, he's making the same play that Zelga made. Is you have an extra key, you gotta check the big vanilla big key chest because it's just like the worst pod key layout. All right, Zelga into Meyer. Each mirror makes me nervous.
Yeah, right?
Every time he mirrors, it makes me nervous that he's going to leave. He hasn't, but it made me nervous for sure. All right, small key on the bridge. What do we got in the spike chest? There's the big key. And Zelga's going right back. This makes sense because he knows there's an item on the boss. Those could be the flippers. See how well he manages the dark room. I imagine he does it pretty well, being Zelga.
Yep. I wonder if he just is satisfied with getting the one item off of Vitreous here and then just bails.
The problem is he doesn't have a lot left. It's like all
across the map.
It's all dumb mirror checks, really. Catfish,
boot spots,
pyramid.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, that's go mode. Yeah,
that's go mode for GFE. So he's actually probably going to do Turtle Rock last. So I imagine he does Swamp, go mode Swamp, gets his sword, does Meyer, then heads up to Turtle Rock. So I don't even know what's going on. I have no idea who's really in the lead or not. Yeah. I mean, Zelga's got the crystals, but GFE's in go mode. Mm-hmm.
The seconds are going to start ticking away for Zelga and where he decides to, spend his time checking.
Yeah. Nicely through the dark rooms of Meyer, Silvers make Vidi a joke of a boss fight. He's going to be rewarded with an item. It is only 50 rubies. I think you go back in.
Probably.
All right, Zelga, what are you going to do? He's going back in.
Yeah. I mean, every play he's made so far has kind of worked out. So This is his one, okay, I'm going to go back in for one stupid item.
Yeah. If you're Zelga, if you're rooting for Zelga, you want it to be like the first firelock check or something quick.
Yeah.
Like Vanilla Big Key Chest is the worst spot it could be. Mm-hmm. And we see GFE knows he's in go mode, skipping those checks. Second item in Meyer. Are you here? It is. That's good for Zelga.
Definitely.
So he'll be able to check checkerboard. And does he want to hunt for the flippers, or does he want to go get his next crystal?
I feel like he might do the next crystal and just be like fully ready to just go as soon as he finds flippers.
Just a heart container and checkerboard. Zelga with the flute out. GFE heading to the back. We see I think this is Pyramid Fairy. Yep. So I imagine we get Pyramid Fairy to Catfish, maybe a Graveyard Ledge along the way. So he is going to hunt. He's not going to sequence break Ice Palace at all.
No.
At least yet.
Yeah.
But these are just seconds ticking away. Tick, tick, tick. GFE in go mode. And after Meyer, Meyer's a god Meyer. It's up to Turtle Rock and GT for him. So we haven't done the boots checks yet either.
No. So we've got those still on the table. And with boots being so early in TR as well, I mean, GFE's going to get those. He's not going to miss out on them.
Yep. All right. We know we're not going to find flippers here. We do get a shield and a heart piece. Silver arrow into Argus.
Very nice.
That's crystal number 5 for GFE. Okay, so Zelga gonna do these mirror checks first. We'll do all the boots and mirror checks over here first before he gets Catfish, I imagine.
Yeah.
But he's done purple chest. Smith chain's done. He probably does Spike Cave before Hera. What do you think? Hera before Spike Cave? Or Spike Cave first?
Spike Cave first?
So GFE, remember, in the sword is going to get tempered.
Nice, nice.
Gonna see a Kern jump over to the right side. Zelga here. I think he might be too high, yeah. Oh man, not be able to get it. Gonna do a splash delete instead. Oh man, he picked up the bomb. That slowed him down. He does get it though, okay.
It's okay.
Make sure not to take that bomb in the water there. That would have been really bad.
Ah, man, I feel like Zelga is running out of time here.
He is. I mean, he still has to do ice and swamp. I don't know.
They're quick dungeons, but I mean, that's still dungeons that need to be done, nonetheless.
Yeah. GFE does the true Godmire play. Goes right to the big key. Not at Catfish for Zelga. That's going to be a save and quit. He's starting at Sank.
He's got to do the one more boot check.
Oh, right.
This is getting kind of ugly. Oh, he's got to do both boot checks?
Oh, he didn't do King's Tomb. He just did Graveyard Ledge. All right. Well, we know flippers are in Spike Cave. The question is, when is Zelga going to go there? And I don't know how much he has left, honestly.
Yeah, it might be his next check after this, but he's going to have to hustle.
Yeah, Hera's a possibility too. You might do Hera first. Is going to go check Lumberjack here.
Oh, man.
And again, just time is ticking away. GFE through the dark maze.
Yeah, man's just cruising.
Not Lumberjack. We see a save and quit. This might be Spike Cave here. He is on the mountain.
I think it's gotta be.
So he's going up. The question is, does he do Hera first or does he go to Spike Cave first?
Yeah, if he's gonna have any chance, I think it's just gotta be Spike Cave right away here.
Yeah. I mean, he's got the Bombos tablet too. He's going into the dark world. He's got Mirror out though, not Hammer. This tells me at least Bombos tablet.
GFE cruising along, heading
towards crystal number 6.
Turtle Rock.
That's it. He's got one more crystal. He's going to get his boots in Turtle Rock. One more mountain climb. All right, there's Ether Tablet for Zelga. He is doing Hera.
Oh no, Zelga!
So it is a very quick Hera.
Yeah.
The item here, and then just Hera pot to the top. Might not even pick up the pendant. Well, I guess Pet is a possibility. He hasn't checked the pedestal. Very quick Hera pot. The problem is he still has to do both Ice and Swamp Palace.
And then climb back up the mountain to get up to GT.
Yep. And Moldworm is down. So GFE is in the lead.
Yes.
Does pick up the pendant, still thinking that pedestal is a possibility. So he should be doing Spike Cave next.
Yes.
And he is doing Spike. So this will put Zelga in go mode as GFE enters Turtle Rock, picks up his flippers, or excuse me, his boots. So he's going to have to go do Ice, go do Swamp. You know, he gets to go mode them, but they still take time, and then climb the mountain again.
Yeah, Zelga's got the execution. He is quick, so these should be some pretty impressive dungeons nonetheless, but is it going to be enough to catch up to GFE?
Yeah.
GT routing could play into this if there's a little bit of divergence there.
I know. It's so hard to figure out the time of all this stuff, honestly. Like, how much... So how long does it take to get through Turtle Rock? How long does it take to get through Swamp and Ice and climb the mountain? Right? Like, Swamp and Ice and a mountain climb. Just trying to average it out and see how long, in my mind, how long it takes. And it's so hard. My brain is exploding. There's the boots for GFE. So, I don't know, what, 7 minutes? Does that sound right? Six minutes to get through both those dungeons and climb? 6 or 7 minutes?
I mean, that sounds right, yeah.
And it's probably, we're probably, 3 minutes here through Turtle Rock?
Yeah, to the end from here, yeah.
So it's about a 3 or 4 minute lead for GFE at this point.
Mm-hmm.
If my times are right. They could be completely wrong. I'm not putting any stakes on my timing at all.
It sounds about right, though.
All right, so GFE going to steal this key here from the Pokey. And I believe there was a key on Laser Bridge.
Yes, there was.
So as we have some time here as they go through dungeons that they've already completed, or that we've already seen completed by the other runner, make sure you give a follow to these guys. Putting on an excellent race for us in the top 8, like, did not disappoint. And of course, big shout outs to our tracker as well, keeping us in line. Sabo and I get off track.
Yeah.
Mostly Sabo.
Yeah, totally.
Sabo.
Throw the blame on me. That's fine.
But I'm always on point and to the point and correct. So
yes,
so
this we know.
Of course, I'm kidding. But again, big shout outs to Claire Mouse for doing the tracking for us, and SpeedGaming for hosting this thing.
Oh, GFE's already got a key. He doesn't even do Laser Bridge.
Yeah. All right. So he's going to be ahead an Ice Palace and a mountain climb.
Yeah, that's a lot. Looking pretty good so far on Trinex. Yeah, and plus our runners are sitting on red mail here, so it's not even like, Ganon hugs and that kind of stuff. Like, these guys are too good for that, and they got the red.
Yep. And then we've got mail. Tempered Sword. We got Silver Arrows. So
yeah, you get into like some really like low percent kind of stuff, and then the nerves can really kick in. But this is easy mode for these guys.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I see numbers already showing up in the chat here. There are 22 chests in the bottom of Ganon's Tower, where the Ganon's Tower big key can be. Looks like we've got a prediction up and everything. Wow, let's have some fun here. Where do we think the big key is going to be? Fear, what do you think, man?
I like to go with either 6, maybe 9.
Nice. Sure. I'm gonna say. I don't know. I said 13 last time I did commentary, so I'll say 13 again.
All right, 13 works. Zelga zooming through Ice Palace here, but just I don't know. I don't know how we can make up time here.
It's a lot. I am surprised. Like, just I'm trying to think about like the divergences and how everything played out, but for GFE to have this much of a lead, it's
there's a couple of things. Yeah, there's a couple of things. Him getting the flippers before pod was obviously very big. The fact that he didn't leave pod after the mirror with Swamp open was the real surprise here, because if you watch last race, he left Swamp after getting the hook shot right away in an independent dungeon. And so he did the exact opposite, and it worked out for him. So you just never know with this guy.
Yeah, right?
All right, so it's not in the Southwest room. We're going to take a look at Hope Room, and not even a key in the Hope Room, just 6 bombs total. Oh, it looks like Zelga forgot to hit the switch. I thought I saw him hit the switch. Maybe he accidentally hit it twice.
I feel like he hit the whatchamacallit, the jellyfish guy, and maybe that hit was like enough for him to
miss it.
And he did it. Yeah.
Oh, that's rough. All right, GFE onto Compass Room. And there it is. That is, what, 5, 6, 7, 8?
8.
Right in between my two numbers.
Dang.
All right, so GFE just has to climb Ganon's tower and defeat the pig, and he's on his way to the top 4.
Wow. Yeah. Exciting stuff. He'll face the winner of what's the other series we got? Is it Scholzer and P-Train?
P-Train Scholzer, yes.
Woo!
Spicy, Sabo, spicy. And I think P-Train is up a game in that one.
He is, yeah.
Little Spherefinity
that's wild. My
action
boys.
going on. Possible, yeah. So Zelga getting ready to face off against Cold Stare as GFE makes his way through the gauntlet. So Zelga was actually my prediction to win this thing with the challenge predictions.
Yes, a good bet for sure. Zelga's
how has he not won?
notch.
Sabo, explain to me how Zelga hasn't won a tournament. It's insane to me.
He runs up against people like GFE every now and then who just, it happens with this, it's really
Randomizer,
hard.
yeah.
It's hard to get to the top,
It really is, yep.
I think he's due though. It's going to happen for him if he sticks with this. If he's around next year, I would not count him out for a run to the finals again.
Mm-hmm.
He's so good.
Yep. I mean, his execution is just something to watch.
Yeah,
it's clean and fast and efficient. I just love watching Zelga play. GFE through the gauntlet. Through almost the torches won. Making nice work through this canyon climb.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, this bracket has been really entertaining. We've got Andy versus Ari going on too.
Yep.
That's a huge matchup, right? Like, you tell me Andy versus Ari, you're thinking probably finals, but no, that's a top 8 matchup. One of them is losing.
Yeah. And the other quarterfinal that we have is Obscure Lifeform, who was top 4 last time, so making another good run. And Zero Rush, definitely an older, kind of old school guy in the community. Yeah, making a really nice comeback run this time around.
Yeah, last year was in the Challenge Cup. His skills had diminished for a while, but good to see them back. He's been working out. All right, so GT Open for Zelga. AGA 2 for GFE. And Zelga going right, unfortunately. So things just not going Zelga's way today.
No, unfortunately not.
Yeah.
Man, these AGA patterns are the worst.
Yeah, when they're all separate like that, it is not easy. But AGA 2 is down. So GFE is just a Ganon kill away from making it to the top 4 of the main tournament.
This is exciting stuff for him, for sure. And it looks like Zelga's going full left here after getting locked out of that right side to start.
Yeah, pretty standard routing when you start with Hope Room and don't get a key.
Yeah.
All right, so just 12 slashes here will get us through the first phase. Doesn't quite get it in one cycle, but is on to phase 2 now. 12 more slashes here, or 6 spins. We'll get him to phase 3. And with Ganymede in the top right corner is basically free.
Yeah, that's one of the best positions for that phase 2.
So on to phase 3. And Ganon stops warping. Just hit him once. Of course, he has to stop warping.
Yeah, come on, Ganon.
Do this 4 times and we're in the final phase. Light that torch, throw some arrows in him. Call it a day. GFE starts with 2 arrows. Gets the torch. Great setup here for 2 more. And that's going to do it. Get your GGs in chat for our first top 4 competitor. GFE.
Yeah, great effort by GFE there.
Finishes with a time of 1:29.48. And we are going to get a forfeit from Zelga there. Completely understandable. So get your GGs in chat for Zelga.
Yes.
Incredible run. Top 8. Dude's amazing. Unfortunately, his tournament ends here, though.
So did someone join us here, or?
Looks like both of them are going to be joining us, and we are joined by today's competitors. GGs to both of you.
Hey, GGs.
Yo, GGs.
Let's start with GFE. Congratulations on making the top 4. No one believed in you except for me. Sabo was doubting you the entire time, and I said, no, you watch out for GFE.
Wow, look at this.
Just tell us about the run. Tell us what your thoughts were. You obviously last located those gloves there, and I don't know what you were thinking, but why don't you give us some insight?
I mean, I'm going to start off by calling you out because I'm pretty sure there's a podcast out there that says something about Zelda winning this tournament like multiple times. But I don't blame you. I would definitely pick him in that regard too. But no, this feed, I love the win. Feels a little bad when you win a match this way, because from the Dark World set, I knew I was behind. Like, had to be. This, like, my route early on was about as bad as it could get because I end up double dipping both Eastern and Desert when both are single dippable. So, like, that was awful. After that, I just tried to keep up with everything that kind of seemed on path until I got to the decision of Pod or Hera. And at that point, I was like, I'm going to go with the lower percent play. It's not a whole lot lower percent. You got Hera, 2 items in Hera, you got Ether Tablet, you got Spike Cave. But I was like, I'm going to go with that. It's horrible to get to, but maybe it'll pay off and give me a chance to get back in this. And then when I saw those Clippers, I was like, if only Mirror shows up in Pod, then I'm probably still in bad shape. But if Quake's there, then I've got a chance.
Was there any thought of leaving after the mirror?
Very hard considered it. Like, so hard considered it. But like I said, kind of my mindset at that point was, if Mirror is all that's in Pod, he's going to get funneled to. He's probably going to get funneled to Spike Cave and have those flips in time to still be ahead of me, considering how bad my Light World was. So I was like, I've got to keep going. Hope it's in here. It's just, like yesterday, grabbing the item in the pendant dungeon and leaving immediately worked. Today, staying in there was what I needed to do. So Rando works that way sometimes. Shout outs to Gamma for letting me borrow his clover.
Yeah. And then with Zelga, of course, GG's. It's never easy to go out in this tournament. You know, you played really, really well. Just kind of take us through your feelings through the seed. You played it pretty straight, and it was really linear for the most part until it wasn't, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like this was like almost frustratingly linear the whole time. You just always had the next thing to do, and I still basically last located the hammer. Like the only other thing I had besides going into thieves was the purple chest. And then at that point, it was just what do you do from there? Um, I felt okay going to pod and like getting the mirror and quake and almost any other seed. I'll just go over to Spike Cave after Turtle Rock. But I was like, if I do
my
that,
question. Yeah.
I have to do Ether Tablet and commit to Hera when I've got like a million overworld spots. I've got a Crystal Mire. I've got Pyramid Fairy that just opened up. I was like, it's a lot of commitment against a runner that I feel like I have to just be constantly going. So it was just a split-second decision to go against my normal playstyle and skip that area.
Mhm.
And I mean, that's what happens sometimes. I mean, it is what it is. I don't feel necessarily like upset about that. I can't even say like, oh man, that's bad luck. I mean, if I'm being completely honest, I have won a race due to luck in every single bracket series that I should have lost. So, for it to come out the other way this time, can I really be that upset?
I mean, that's rando, right? That's kind of why we play this game. Is sometimes it goes your way, and sometimes it doesn't. But
it's pretty wild. I mean, when we found those two items, when we found Quake and Mirror in pod, we were thought, oh, this guy's got it in the bag here. You know, just unfortunate that the flippers were in a spot that, yeah, like you said, you weren't going to commit to just because of the way that the seed kind of played out. So yeah, unfortunate.
So GFE, you're going to call your shot now. You're only 2 matches away from winning this whole thing. Is this where you call your shot?
I already called my shot, and it's not going to work out because Walkix failed me. Like I was supposed to meet him in the finals and then get wrecked by him. But no, like this has been amazing thus far. Like obviously luck's gone into this, as Zelga kind of pointed out in our post-game chat. I have won both of my last 2 series game 2s because of flippers and Spike Cave.
Nice.
So shout outs to MVP flippers. But honestly, this whole bracket, the one match I wanted to get to is the next one. So I'm cheering for my boy P-Train. He's already won up on Schultzer, which is a tough matchup, but I really want him to get there because it would be so hyped to face each other in such a big match.
Yeah, super hype. And I'm excited for if that happens for you guys to go 4-11 in the league.
I'm ready, man. I'm ready. We got some surprises this year. So look forward to that when that happens.
Well, GG's GFE, and good luck in your next round. Zelga, this is where we say goodbye for the main tournament. Any last thoughts? Thoughts on the tournament? Thoughts on anything you just want to share or discuss?
No, I mean it's been a good time. Like I said, I shouldn't have even made it past round of 64 in this tournament. So top 8 is an amazing result. I'm very happy to have just continued playing fairly well beyond that, and another great result. There's no shame here in top 8.
No, none at all.
Yeah. So I guess my parting words for the tournament would be GG's to GFE. Hope you can get your dream matchup and take it all. And screw Eastern Palace and screw Inverted, and we'll go from there.
Right on.
Yeah, GG's, man. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, get your GG's in chat again for these guys. Put on a great race for us, and both had excellent tournaments. You cannot complain about being the top 8 in a really grueling tournament that is the main tournament. it takes a lot of luck, but it also takes a lot of skill, and we saw a lot of that on display today. So
yeah, so I guess we'll wrap this one up for today. Thanks again to our runners, to our tracker Clear Mouse for clicking those buttons behind the scenes there, to Speed Gaming for hosting this here, and we'll see what's coming up on the schedule. Schulzer versus P-Train is tomorrow, 4:10 Eastern Time on Speed Gaming 2, so that'll be a big one to watch. Andy and Arier is going on Speed Gaming 1 an hour later at 5:10 Eastern, so a pretty stacked day tomorrow for quarterfinal action. Yeah, good stuff. Thanks to my co-com, Fear. Thanks for being here in the booth with me. I had a blast. And
me too. I'm so glad we got to do this.
Yeah, I'll give you the last word there.
Yeah, just thanks everyone for hanging out with us. We hope you had a good time. We'll see you in the next one. Bye, everyone.